Well, hello people. My God, you look good today. Not as good as me, but anyway, I've got a couple of news stories here. Maybe they'll float your boat. And as you know, I'm not a young man, but it amazes me that even young femons, really young femons, all seem to have some form of mental issue, or have problems. This girl, for instance, she's only 19 years old, but she has some mental disorder already. How is that possible? And apparently she's on medication, but I don't think it's working half the time, do you? I know many younger femons that have mental issues already. How did they get that way? What caused them? Were they born that way? But anyway, let's get on to this news story here. This 19-year-old female was driving while drunk, of course, and she crashed into a police car that was trying to stop her. But she was trying to escape a sex pest. Oh, God. Now I'll put a link down to below for the story, but I'll let you know what it was about. Apparently she went to a club up north somewhere, but she didn't intend to drink, of course. But her friends forced her into the drink. I'm sure they did, yeah. She didn't leave the club until 4 a.m. in the morning, so I guess she did plan on drinking really, but her friends are so naughty, they must have snuck up behind her and poured it in her mouth. So at the moment she takes no responsibility for drinking, her friends forced her to do so. Oh, and by the way, she was double over the limit. But there was a man in there apparently, obviously trying to kiss her and touch her and everything else. And that's why she left the club in such a hurry and used her car, apparently, to get away from this man. So apparently she left the club because of this sex pest and everything else, and the police kind of saw her and they tried to pull her over. I guess she didn't immediately try to stop. And I guess she reversed into the police car or whatever, because they blocked her off. But she got banned for 18 months, but it's only 18 weeks if she does a little course. But if you notice her whole story, everything, nothing was her fault. And what really annoys me is people in authority like judges and police who just accept this sort of behavior. This femon is acting like a child in an adult body. Children don't like to admit when they're wrong or when they've done something wrong, do they? But if the child keeps on getting away with it, they'll keep on doing it. Anyway, at the end of this story, what you got out of it was that it was her friend's fault and the sex pest's fault and probably the police's fault for stopping her. At no point will she take any accountability or responsibility for anything. Now here's another femon, whom we all know femons nowadays all think they're princesses and wonderful things, but this femon thinks she's absolutely beautiful, too beautiful, even to exist. Now apparently she has some followers and she goes around doing content for Instagram. Well, we all know what that means, don't we? Pose, strip off and pose, really. That's about it. Now she admits that she uses some smoothness, some filters, but everybody does, she said. And she more or less says that she's just au naturel, which is impossible, of course. I used to do some photography. Let me go around your place and take some candid photographs of you. I bet they look completely different. But you guys aren't stupid out there, are you? All of a sudden it didn't happen that there's so many beautiful women on the planet, all on these sort of Facebook and Instagram. They're all using the same filters, touching up the pictures, posing in a certain way. And this was happening in a small scale years ago on the magazine covers and everything. And she's quite right. Nobody looks like that in real life. Nobody. Now, mind you, if I have a shower and sort of scrub up a bit, I can look pretty good myself. But really, it's just all fakery, isn't it? But it doesn't matter to the femons, because she thinks she's beautiful anyway. She's too beautiful, if that's possible. Anyway, this femon isn't ugly or anything, but I'm sure she looks completely different in real life. But if you do like this femon and you think it's true, then I've got some land in Alaska I think you might be interested in buying. And funny enough, she gets a lot of messages from femons who are pretty nasty to her. That's unusual, isn't it? Couldn't be jealous of you or anything, could it? Oh no, femons are far too nice for that. Hey guys, keep your real glasses on. Fly straight, fly true.